Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your great support. Now, fellow Kenyans, as I normally say, when we were talking about this thing from the beginning, people thought that, we are against ODM, or the things that we are saying are not right. We are against the broad-based government and all that. But we saw this thing coming, and right now, nobody can really convince us otherwise, or nobody can convince anybody otherwise that the broad-based government is working and everybody is benefiting, or people are really benefited from the broad-based government. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because of what has happened today. Now, today was Senator Onyonka's mother's burial in Kisii, which was attended by different people, the United Opposition, people like Rigathi Gachagwa's team, together with the Linda Wananchi team, and everybody. Remember, Senator Onyonka is a leader, and of course, whenever you are a leader, you expect other leaders to attend, to come and help you in situations like this, in hardship, or maybe in situations like this. So when leaders went there, I noticed something, that the people that were given time to speak, remember, even Senator Onyonka himself said that during his mother's burial, the only people that will be allowed to talk about one term are two people. That is Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna. Any other person, you will not be allowed to talk about one term. But then we also have to agree that in as much as people are not supposed to talk about one term, there is something that there is like a driving force. There is something that drives people. There is something that is forcing people. There is something that must force people to talk about politics in matters like this. You are a politician. Your parent has died. Your family member has died, and automatically politicians are going to attend the burial. So you can't prevent them from talking about politics. I really love the reaction of Kisii people when Simba, not Simbarati, but this guy, how do we call him? He's a member of parliament that is coming from Kisii, was supposed to address them, and was being told to, when he was given a chance to speak, people really shouted one time. You see, things like this, Osoro, his name is Osoro.
Mbona nimeona Osoro hapa? Osoro kwani ni mheshimiwa masi mheshimiwa? Ameshindwa kupanda hapa.
Kuna wakati wa
Mbona ameshindwa kupanda hapa?
Anakuja.
Ameshindwa hajashindwa. Watu wa Kisii one term si one term. Harambe. Unajua nimesikia Dr. Oundo akisema ati tunashindana na mwanasiasa. Sisi hatushindani na mwanasiasa. Sisi tunashindana na mwizi. Sisi tunashindana na mkora. Sisi tunashindana na mtu ameharibu nchi yetu, aende asiende, asonge asisonge, ili tumalize ufisadi katika nchi ya Kenya. Ruto must. Ili tumalize wizi katika nchi ya Kenya. Ruto must. Ili watoto wetu wasiuawe. Ruto must. Ili watoto wetu wasome. Ruto must. Ili mashule zipate elimu bora na nchi bora. Ruto must.
Mbiyamano sana. Nakimwateba. Again, tonta manya. One time we go sine yane ya Ruto kerata yoga njiti ko matebia tari anko yane tari tata tari mama kago chaga acheru anderere ntoi wana ine kago chaga acheru anderere onya takweru anderera ino ko matereri njine yane ngo gende yagata to abana baminto bakinje ntige nje tiga ko nyago chande kanche yane yagata to ngo genda bono
Irene Mayaka.
Asante sana ndugu yangu mkubwa Senator Onyonka and your family. Poleni sana, kumpoteza mama si kitu rahisi, na kwa sababu sisi wote tumekuja hapa, ingawaje wengine wako kwa mirengo tofauti, mimi nakuambia pole. Mimi niko katika ile team inaitwa Team Linda Ground, lakini tuko pamoja katika hii function. Na kwa ile ambayo dada yangu Roslyn Akombe alisema ya kusupport education, ya kusupport ile scholarship unaanzisha ya mama, Mimi kwa sababu ni dada yako nitakupatia 20,000 uongeze hiyo. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana dada yangu Irene Mayaka.
Things like these, whenever they happen, they send signal. And they are telling you that, you know, boss, you've been doing this thing for a very long time. In fact, we've really persevered. We bought this thing, and right now, the time has come for us now to tell you that enough is enough. That is exactly what has been going on. That is exactly what is happening. But these people don't say it. Even the Linda Wananchi, even the Linda Ground brigades were there. Now, one thing that happened, I want you to understand this thing. Why am I saying this? I'm talking about this thing because when these people are supposed to understand that what has been going on, what is happening, it doesn't matter who wins the by-election right now. Remember, the UDA candidate won the by-election that happened in Emuru Dikiri, that is in Narok County. The person that was supposed to replace John Angeno, remember John Angeno dead, so the position was vacant. After he had died, the position was vacant and somebody was supposed to replace him. Now, in that process of replacement, there were two candidates. There were two giants that were supposed to fight for that position. That is a leader from UDA and also from DCP. It was William Ruto versus Rigathi Gachagua. Of course, UDA has won. We agree on that with the 18,000 votes, and DCP has gotten 10,000 votes. We agree on that. But I want us to look at this thing deeply. I want us to ask ourselves that, okay, this one has happened. Now, what are we going to do? Now, this is happening. Remember, even the issue of choppers, Rigathi Gachagua warned Edwin Sifuna that you need to be very much careful while flying using choppers, because, you know, choppers right now, leaders like you can easily be killed or can easily die because of the choppers and all that. Winnie Odinga also attended this burial.
Come out strong. Kuna watu wengine jana niliona kwamba bei ya mafuta imepanda. Juzi nilisikia deni ya Kenya imepita zaidi ya trilioni 10. Najua hiyo namba ni kubwa sana, hata wengine hawaeleweki. But you know what that means? Ni kama uko na jirani, na huyu jirani yako na deni yako. Kidogo ameenda kwa jirani mwingine anakopa. Anaenda kwa M-Shwari anakopa. Anaenda supermarket anakopa. Anafunga simu yake ya Safaricom, anafungua hiyo ya Airtel anakopa. Hata nyumbani hawezi rudi saizi juu Shylock anamtafuta. Lakini ukiona huyu jamaa, unaona amevaa suti mpya, ameng'ara, viatu iko sawa, ameenda kwa kinyozi, amepaka hiyo kitu wanaume wanapenda kupaka hapa, amepiga line cut hapa, na ako na deni yako. Ukiona huyu jamaa utafanyaje? Ukimwona utafanyaje? That's what is happening here. The economy is in bad shape. Vijana wana kazi, mabiashara vidogo zimefungwa, wakulima wanahangaika juu ya gharama ya mbolea, na nyinyi hamna focus bana. You have to focus. You need to talk less and work more. Asante sana. So to conclude, it's why viongozi vya uchumi need to focus on the things that matter in this economy. To finish, the National Treasury is not a political office. The National Treasury of the Republic of Kenya is not a personal office. The National Treasury of the economy of the largest economy in East and Central Africa is not a platform for you to abuse us and talk to us however you want. That is where we carry our economy. Kazi ya hiyo ofisi, unajua kazi ya hiyo ofisi ni kulinda how would you say it? Ni kulinda thamani ya pesa ya wananchi. Who said wajaluo wajui Swahili? Umesikia? That is the work of that office. And therefore, as public servants, I think we need to take a little step in how we treat each other, how we talk to people. We need to pay more attention to the people on the ground. We need to listen to them. And with that, I'm leaving now, sorry if you want a ride still, but asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki na Mungu aweke roho ya mama yetu mpendwa mahali pema peponi. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana dada yetu Winnie Odinga. Sasa tutabadilisha protocol kidogo, na sababu kuna ndege inamngoja Edwin Sifuna, itakuwa inaenda hivi karibuni. So
and you can see in other words, what I'm trying to say is that these people are supposed to learn. You know, you need to learn from what's happening. You really need to look at what's happening. How is the reaction? How are people reacting towards you as a leader? How are people reacting towards you as a national leader? You perceive yourself to be a national leader. What are you saying? Or people like Osoro are not even allowed, cannot even be given chance to speak. Why? Because they've been against. They are the ones that are against Kenyans. They are the ones that are making life miserable. Remember, right now, the price of fuel has risen. You know, I've never experienced this, that the price of fuel, petrol inapanda, diesel inapanda, na mafuta, kerosene inabaki pale pale. I remember there was a time that the CS Wandai was saying, the CS of Energy Wandai was saying, that the reason as why they've not raised or they've not increased the price of kerosene is because they've realized that watu wengi sana wanatumia kerosene. To nikauliza kwamba wakati ambapo unaongeza mafuta hizo zingine alafu mnaacha mafuta taa, you expect watu wenye wako na magari wachukue mafuta taa waeke kwa magari, si ndio? As a lot of people are complaining, and I understand them when they're complaining about kerosene kutopanda, is because right now kuna engine mingi sana za watu zinaenda kuharibika. Mtu anaweza amue na achukue mafuta taa na ongeze kwa fuel, and then kazi iendelee tu. You will not know, because this thing is just the same. In fact, the smell of petrol can easily kill the smell of kerosene. That is why hata ukienda petrol station kununua mafuta, you need to be very much careful ni product gani unanunua. That is for a fact. You need to be very much careful with the kind of product that you are buying. But all in all, I want you to tell me what you think concerning this issue of this UDA, of this Linda Ground Brigade, the broad-based government, because the broad-based government literally imekufa. The question is this: after the death of Linda Ground of the broad-based government, what next? William Ruto alisema kwamba is as 100% sure that is going to be re-elected in 2027 when he was asked just the other day after the African Forward Summit, the interview, that the 27th generation is going to happen, or is going to come. Okay, what is your expectation? What is your plan? And he said that by God's grace is going to win. And I said this, that any moment you hear any man talking about by God's grace, you need to put a lot of question marks. By God's grace, with God's grace. Yet we know your behavior. You know that you are not a man who can be trusted. We know the bad things that you've been doing in the country. So why do you think that people are supposed to respect you? Why do you think that people are supposed to believe in you? Because you keep on talking about in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 4 months, but we don't see the results. You do too much talking without any tangible result. I would like you to tell me what you think at the comment section concerning this. And remember, communication is normally the key. The feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. I would really love to know what you think. Where you're watching this video from, within the country, tell me which part of the country. County number 001, 002, 010, 047, 042, 031. And if you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country. Drop me either the code or the flag of the country where you're watching this video from, and all is going to be well. Let us meet in the next video if it is possible. But remember, don't forget also to like and subscribe.